I am Dolos, mistress of deception and
All
trickery.
that remains is your
You
sacrifice.
are more powerful than he can
Humanity
imagine.
has outstayed its welcome. The dead shall inherit the earth. Listen to the sound of my voice. Can you hear me?
Who's there? I can't see you.
My name is Dr. Salim. We've met before.
Dr. Salim. Where am I?
You have fallen between the world of the living and the dead. The void.
I'm dead? No, I can't be dead. Deimos, I have to stop him.
And you still can. I'll explain as we go. For now, you must trust me. Think back to Coalescence. The start of your journey. The beginning.
The beginning. It started at Coalescence Singapore in 2070. 10 years after the disaster. After virus 6115 began its spread. After the dead began to walk the earth. We'd lost comms with John Taylor's squad, another undead extermination team. Dead killers, we were called. With our cybernetic augmentations, we were impossible to infect. We were trained to terminate the undead. This is wrong. This is all wrong. You said opening the gateway would save humanity. It was the only way to defeat Deimos and send him back to Malum. But opening the gateway would let the forces of evil through, allow them to conquer Earth, enslave us. Wait, we didn't meet at Ramsey Station. That didn't happen. You're feeding me false memories.
Be careful, my child. Tread lightly. Or you are liable to offend me.
We contacted Khalil, inquired about you. He said you were dead. You died some time ago. I saw you die. When I was with Hall, inside her mind, she showed me the truth. Who are you really, Doctor? Deimos was going to open the gateway. He needed the demons of Malum to enslave Earth for the battle against Dolos. We didn't know what he had planned, but we had Sarah Hall, her signal tracing to Kebichet.
You didn't think it odd that her signal appeared? After years of absence.
There wasn't time to think about it. But if we got her, we could find Taylor and decipher Deimos' plan. We had no idea we were being baited for a trap. She was waiting. She knew we were coming. Deimos was using Taylor to open the gateway. If we were going to find him, we needed to take Hall down and interface with him. I'd interfaced before. I knew how it worked. It's a memory retrieval, an info dump, a lethal procedure. But this was different. She begged me to do it. Interfacing with someone is opening a portal to their mind, their darkest thoughts and desires. But this was her deep subconscious. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Because the deep subconscious is more than that. It is the gateway, the portal to Malum. The subconscious hides your fears, your doubts. It's the most primal version of you. It's what you run from. And by running, you persevere in life. But what if you embrace the subconscious? How do you think I opened the gateway?
But you said to open the gateway, I had to relive my memories.
No. I told you to take me to the start of your journey. The journey into the depths of your fears. You chose to relive your memories. So tell me, what do you fear?
Please, why are you doing this? Why are you scrambling my mind? Don't make me do this!
You don't have a choice. You haven't had one since you picked up that child. Since you embraced Sarah's fear. Lead me to the depths. What did Sarah want you to see?
Project Corvus, 2060. The day of the Coalescence disaster. Sarah could feel Deimos coursing through her veins, her mind, the fabrics of her soul. He knew everything about her, and she knew everything about him. She learned the disaster wasn't an accident. But that means...
Well, I did what had to be done. This Cold War, the Winslow Accord, and Common Defense Pact had split the world in two. I saw humanity destroy itself. But in the lab, I saw truth. I saw peace. I saw Malum. A way to unite the world against an enemy greater than themselves. I saw Deimos.
You did this? You opened the gateway. You brought Deimos here.
I brought mankind's savior here. After many years, I realized opening the portal wasn't enough. With Deimos trapped in the server room, man had not yielded as I had hoped. I had to incentivize progress.
You created the disturbance that sent Taylor's team there?
His undead servants could only do so much. Humans with D&I, Deimos could use them to walk the earth.
Hall told me that she had no idea what they were getting into, but they had to follow standard operating procedure, which meant locking down the site. And interfacing with the location's primary systems in the server room below. We were built to be invincible. Our D&I let us interface with systems in dangerous environments and upload information. We created the very opportunity for Deimos to leave the server room.
He was a prisoner, with no way to expand humanity's horizon.
We were vehicles for his transportation.
That makes it sound so cold. This is for the good of humanity. What did Sarah fear?
Failure. At the academy, she studied the battles of World War II. The bravery of these men. She feared she could never match their heroism. She feared she didn't have real courage. She ran from it. She had nightmares of Bastogne. As she entered her subconscious, she gave into fear, let it pull her away. I followed her. Deep within her mind, there had to be a way to save her. The world began to fall apart. We heard his voice, Deimos.
Listen to the blood. I will have my army and my kingdom. All that remains is her sacrifice.
He was trying to consume her, and he wasn't about to let me stop him. Fracturing, stretched between our dimension and his. She warned me to turn back, to let Deimos take her. I told her I'd stay with her. I'd see it to the end. I asked her what happened after coalescence.
You were deep within her subconscious, at the threshold of another dimension. You seemed to embrace the journey.
You think I wasn't scared? I was terrified. There was no way to make up for what I had done. But I had to try. From the moment she was possessed, Hall became a passenger in her own body, a witness unable to intervene as Deimos began using her for his purpose. He wanted them to go to the Black Station. He wanted to find you, to meet the man who'd given him his freedom. He slaughtered the staff. Ravaged them. Why did he kill them?
I wasn't there. He was upset. and he wasn't happy to learn of the documentation of his existence. It was not time for his big reveal, his masterpiece. He was angry. When he found the data drives, he couldn't access them. Part of the drive was missing. He couldn't purge the information as he hoped.
The piece Hendricks and I recovered from the docks. Someone had hidden them from him. Someone knew he would come. Someone was trying to stop him. Deimos didn't want Sarah divulging his secrets to us either. He ripped us from that memory. We were in Foy. I didn't just see fear in Sarah's eyes anymore. I saw admiration. The longer I stayed, the stronger she became. The more she actually believed she had a chance. She told me to follow her. There was something she wanted me to see. Something she wanted to tell me. There was a chapel ahead of us. All told me to follow her there. But to get to Hall, we had to get through the Tiger tank first. tried to approach her. But Deimos had other ideas. He was desperate to separate us and evict me from her mind. He wanted her, and I was getting him as when I could. She told me to approach her. She wanted me to understand.
Sarah couldn't understand. She only saw how it ended. Humans are obsessed with beginnings and ends. The journeys between, they become filler. Life becomes filler. She tried to fight the voice in her head that had given her the ultimate gift.
The ultimate gift? Deimos was controlling her.
Relinquishing control is the ultimate gift. Free of choice, free of pressure, free of consequence. Her actions dictated for her with greater purpose.
You're insane.
No. Humanity is insane. You asked her to help you find Taylor. Where did she take you next?
Deimos needed Taylor to open the gateway. So I had to know how, had to know what Deimos was planning. The aquifers. Sarah told me this was their fortress in the sand, their FOB for years. Deimos couldn't access the intelligence at the Singapore Black Station. He couldn't locate you, so they hid here, waiting for their moment. She took me there. There's something I don't get. You made this happen. You've pushed for the annihilation of Earth. But Deimos wasn't using you. You weren't his puppet. What's in this for you? Why are you doing this? Are you an undead sympathizer?
No, my child. Dr. Salim was not a sympathizer. He was so much less than that. He was so much more insignificant than that.
Was? Wait. What do you mean, was?
I must say, I'm impressed with how delusional you've become. You had completely forgotten this memory.
They found you. They tortured you for information, but this doesn't make any sense. You were an ally. You enabled him, freed him.
Dr. Salim was no ally. He was a tool. An instrument I enabled. He was a blind idealist believing he could make the world a better place. That I could save humanity, that he could save humanity. He thought I'd found him to thank him. Me, a god, thank a mortal. I found him to seize power from him.
No.
Even now you still hide from the truth. Corvus had been destroyed in Singapore. I needed it to open the gateway. That was why I had kept Salim alive. He worked with a colleague, Kruger. And they built me a new Corvus at Coalescence headquarters in Zurich. One which I could use to open the gateway. So I had no further need for the doctor. She knew what was coming. All that remained was her sacrifice. For her to join my ranks and eternal damnation under my command. I am humanity's salvation. A savior giving purpose to a lost species that deserves far less. I am Deimos.
The tree. I've seen it before. The entrance to Malum.
Tell me, what do you fear? You don't fear the undead. You've thrown yourself against insurmountable odds, as if you had a death wish. As if you were trying to escape. Is it failure? Is it life? No. You fear your mistakes, your past. Your greatest fear is the memory that haunts you.
You awaited her sacrifice. She wanted me to stop you. She wanted me to end it. To deny you her offering. she offered herself, she'd give you what you wanted. The only way to deny you was to kill her.
You denied me my prize. It was time to send you back to your world. You must know how this ends. This ends with your sacrifice. But now I hang you. I passed from Hall's mind to your own. Slowly, I would work my way through you. Sarah may have told you who I was and what I was planning, but none of that mattered because now I had you. But you were strange. I tried to seize control, but something pushed back, something fought me.
They located Taylor. He was being held at Lotus Towers, run by a man named Hakim, an undead sympathizer who would get you out of Cairo. I told Kane we had to hurry. We had to... Why? She said there was much we didn't know, but we would in time. We had to trust her. We had to get to Lotus Towers.
You know how this ends. You're like the rest of them. Diaz, Moretti, Hall, Taylor. I flow through your veins, slowly grasping control. But you're stronger than I anticipated. Your resistance is greater. But this only makes you all the better for my needs. Lotus Towers. What happened there?
You think I'll help you? After all this?
What real choice do you have in the matter? You're the pawn in my game.
I'm not about to hand over humanity, but I'll humor you. Fine. Let's talk about Lotus Towers. Lotus Tower was one of many megastructures in Cairo. Hakim was the self-appointed slum lord of the vertical city. That fucker was a maniac, an undead sympathizer providing Taylor with safe passage from Cairo to Zurich. Khalil and the Egyptian army joined us for the assault. If we got Taylor, we thought we had a chance. We took out Hakim's men. To get to Taylor, we first had to kill the slum lord, then take the security station on the 25th floor. From there, we could locate Taylor and shut down the dead systems Hakim installed, allowing the rest of the Egyptian army to join the fight. So there we were, humanity's last hope. If we failed, we were fucked.
Do as he asks. Give Deimos what he wants. Trust me. It's all going to be okay. Remember the truth.
We made quick work of Hakim. Khalil spoke to the people. This was their time. Time for the living to take back this city of the dead. Khalil had a mobile shop in place. We could use it to get to the 25th floor. But first, we had to battle our way around the atrium. Once we took the security station and killed the dead system, Cairo air support could move in. Maybe we'd have a chance. Or at least give the people a chance.
And then we were coming for Taylor. We were coming for you. And then we were coming for Taylor. We were coming for you. Taylor. We were coming for you.
The security station had gone under lockdown. We found a way through the air ducts ahead. Hendricks opened the path for us. The delay irritated him, but then he wasn't himself.
I wonder, how did you not know what happened to him? Did you just not see it? Were you so blinded by blissful ignorance?
Kane set the deads to overheat. Egyptian army VTOLs would join the fight in a few minutes.
And John Taylor?
He was in a detention center on the 90th floor, just waiting. He could have left at any moment, but...
I was waiting for you.
Fuck you.
What was it? I must know. What was in your mind that refused to fall in rank like your friends had? Even now I am without answers.
Even the all-powerful and all-knowing are neither all-powerful or all-knowing.
Do you know who I am? Can you comprehend what I have seen? Millions of timelines, universes where the coalescence disaster never happens. Ones where it occurs, but instead of opening the gateway, it gives birth to a new life form. And that's just Earth, let alone the rest of the universe. The very notion that I can achieve such greatness and not control a mortal is insulting.
Hendrix was stretched thin. You'd broken him.
I enlightened him, like I did you. Look at the false memories I created for you. I tried to remove your near-death experience in Ethiopia. I added myself to your memory of Ramses. I protected you from what haunted you. I wanted to make you understand my motives.
Right. This war with your sister, Dolos? What's it say about you that the only way you can defeat her is by enslaving Backup?
Don't you dare mock me.
And there he was. John Taylor. The last 5 years, boiling down to a single moment.
And you hesitated. You could have killed him right there, and you hesitated. After all these years, running from failure, then you couldn't pull the trigger. You had what you wanted right in front of you, yet you stopped. What was it? Why stop now when you were so close? Was it compassion? Regret?
No. It was Hendrix. He tried to talk Taylor down, get him to change his mind. For a moment, I saw the light return to Hendrix's eyes. I saw him. This is one of my last memories with Hendrix before... well, before what happened. And watching Taylor walk away as Hendrix pleaded, I saw the inevitability. We weren't going to win this war.
But as always, you pressed on.
This was the world we made. What else were we going to do?
Let them come. Like puppets on strings. What choice do you have, Deimos? This is the world you made for yourself.
Taylor was gunning for Tower 2. The NRC built an airfield on the roof. It was his way out of Cairo. The Egyptian army moved in to offer support as we moved across the sky bridge. Gunning for Tower 2. The NRC built an airfield on the roof. It was his way out of Cairo. The Egyptian army moved in to offer support as we moved across the sky bridge. Gunning for Tower 2. The NRC built an airfield on the roof. It was his way out of Cairo. The Egyptian army moved in to offer support as we moved across the sky bridge. The Egyptian army moved in to offer support as we moved across the sky bridge. Was gunning for Tower 2. The NRC built an airfield on the roof. It was his way out of Cairo. The Egyptian army moved in to offer support as we moved across the sky bridge.
happened when you entered Tower 2?
Another malfunction. My DNI. Listen to me. Listen to the sound of my voice. I need you to trust me. Let him win. The only way to defeat Deimos is to let him win. You are more powerful than he can imagine. You can still save them. You can still save everyone. Hendricks snapped us out of it. Tower 2 was an inferno, an abandoned robot factory crawling with malfunctioning robotics and the undead. We had to move.
I must admit, our conversations, talking to you now, it has been quite the journey. Even now, you still resist submission. I don't think I've ever met a human like you. You certainly are unique. You really gave humanity a fighting chance. By this time, you knew I was baiting you, waiting for you. I had no need for Hendricks. He wasn't interested. I wanted you. I gave him something to keep him busy. You came after me. What's it like? Looking at him for one last time. One moment he's with you. Next. We know what happens next. I was leaving Cairo. It was time to move on. But still I lingered. For I think you had my full attention. Your resistance, your unwillingness to yield hope. I wanted to see what you were made of.
A mothership. The only way to bring it down was by taking out its thrusters. I needed something more powerful. And you threw everything you could at me. The mothership crashed and pinned me on the roof. I was stuck. Trapped. I called out, but there was no one there.
I've gotten over my curiosity, and now you were just a nuisance. I no longer needed my distraction. It was time to rid the world of you. And Taylor was just the vehicle to carry out my plan. You raised your hand. Tried to stop him, tried to reason with him. But something happened. A change. He changed. What was it he said?
He told me he had to get you out of his head. He'd ripped out his DNI, the very method by which you controlled us.
What did he say to you?
He asked me about Kane. Somehow he knew who she was. He told me to trust her. I don't know how he knew.
And then my puppet made his entrance.
Hendrix. He was infected. Like Taylor. Like me. It happened at Coalescence Singapore 5 years ago. When he interfaced with Diaz. I should have seen it. I should have known. You'd been possessing him since the beginning.
You humans, so focused on your beginnings and endings. It's no wonder you destroyed yourselves. So I gave you your ending. I left you there to die. Hendrix would be my vehicle of annihilation. But your guardian angel, she wouldn't let you die. She saved you. She helped you cheat death again. She wouldn't let you die. You must have been tired. Tired of fighting, of running, of living. what's it like to escape death when it's all you desire? What did she have to say to you?
Do as he asks. Give Deimos what he wants. Trust me. It's all going to be okay.
That we were going to Zurich. To stop Hendrix. To stop you. To end it.
Humanity has outstayed its welcome. The dead shall inherit the earth. I shall have my army to defeat Donos. Malum shall be mine, and all that remains is your sacrifice, an offering of blood. Follow your path. Relive your final moments and change your fate to a far greater one. Your resistance was strong, but it was a matter of time before you obediently bowed before me, as the rest of your species did. Let us return to Zurich and finish this. I will have my war, and you will bear witness to the end of mankind. With Hendrix as my vehicle, I stampeded towards Coalescence, leaving pandemonium in my wake. Zurich was one of the few remaining standing cities. With control over my undead army and the city's robotic security force, I decimated it in hours. I needed to separate you from your guardian angel, Cain. I didn't have control over her, and she was pulling my power from you. That would come later. I'd taken Coalescence headquarters, surrounding it with an impenetrable armada. But I waited for you. I was still curious. I was in your head, but I couldn't take control. I wanted no... I needed to know how before I opened the gateway. But before that, you had to get through my undead army.
City systems have gone haywire. Vehicles, trains, power, anything connected to the grid is now a weapon and explosive. You used Hendrik's DNI to plug into the system. We could see that from the carnage you unleashed, but we didn't know how bad it was yet. WA Command came over comms. They were experiencing robotic system malfunctions all across Switzerland. And you built yourself a wall of robotics blocking us from coalescence. By the time we made it inside, you'd extended beyond Switzerland's grid. You'd seized control of WA Command. All remaining robotics protecting the world from the undead were now only loyal to you. You'd done it. It was the beginning of the end of mankind. All that stood between you and domination were the two women in that lobby.
And soon that too would be dealt with accordingly.
You trapped us in a decontamination room. You released this chemical.
6115. The virus that caused the outbreak in Singapore. And I had enough to wipe out all of Zurich.
You had triggered multiple breaches and containment failures. I interfaced with the system to see how bad the damage was.
And Kane acted as I predicted.
She sacrificed herself. The room was flooded with 6115, and the system reset. was in there. But wait. No. There was a problem. What had you done? You lied. You tricked her. There was no breach. She sacrificed herself for nothing.
I ripped her from you. She could toy no more in my affairs. The dose I gave her wouldn't even turn her. It would simply kill her. I will never understand your species. You sacrifice yourselves for so little. Look at her. She gave her life for something that would amount to nothing. You tie yourselves to emotions, forcing you to act impulsively, without considering what could happen. You give your lives because you believe there's something to gain. As if a heavenly body would fall to its knees and worship you for your good deeds. Do you keep moving?
Found Kruger.
You're almost
The one
there.
who rebuilt Project Corvus.
It was time to open the gateway, and Kruger was proving difficult, unwilling to fulfill his task. But he was equipped with DNI like yours. There were easier ways I could persuade him. I could become him.
I couldn't let you. I told Hendricks to stand down, or I'd take him down myself. You were desperate to convince him to open the gateway. You were relying on me being unable to shoot my friend, but I eventually did. We shot each other. I bled out on the floor and died, with Hendricks, stopping you.
But now you will shoot first. Change the memory. Don't wait for him to turn on you. Kill him. Change your fate.
Let him win. Everything will be all right.
Good. Now sacrifice yourself. Open the gateway.
Do as he asks. Let him think he's won. Offer yourself to him.
Wait. What? Where am I? What is this place? Hendricks? What are you doing here? Where are we? What the hell's going on? I can't hear you. What are you saying? Why can't I hear you?
Humans have no voice in this place, and how could they? But as it happens, this is not Hendricks, merely a reflection of your consciousness. It's how our realm manifests itself to mortals.
How is this possible? What did you do?
Deimos? What's happening?
Why don't you ask your friend? Maybe Hendricks can explain it.
He won't speak. He can't speak.
Of course not. Of course the mortal cannot speak. Their voice is meaningless and insignificant. Why would we cater to their wants and wills when they shouldn't be here?
Where is here?
Like you don't know. Now you choose to play dumb with me. Do you even know what you've done? Where is Kruger? You did this. You made this happen. Answer me, what did you do? And yet, we have another voiceless mortal. I can do little with you. I should not be here. This wasn't the plan. I was to open the gateway, not pass through it. And still you can't speak. You move your mouth like a child, but you do not speak. I am Deimos, demigod of dread and terror, and you will not speak. Look at him.
angry at his circumstances, in his attempts to be heard. But it's curious. How can you speak? You're mortal. Or at least so you would have me believe.
Deimos, I don't know what you think's happening.
Enough! In time, I'm sure it will become clear, but now I leave you to die.
Hello? Who's there? Where am I?
This is your new home, my child. This is Malum.
I recognize your voice. You've spoken to me before.
I am the reason you're still alive. I've been with you from the start, traveling with you all this time. And now you're going to kill my brother for me.
Still you live.
Oh, yes.
You just
There's much work to be done.
How
So
many
much
times have I
fun to
lead
be
you
had.
to death only for you to walk away
Fun,
unscathed?
Dad.
This
Who
poor
are you?
babbling mute
I am
soul don't do a
Dolos,
damn thing.
demigod.
He knows when to give up and die.
And you're going to kill Deimos for
Why
me.
couldn't I control you as my puppet, like the others? You're mortal.
She may be mortal, my dear brother, but she has a little help from her friend.
No. You? This cannot be. What have you done?
I've ended your little reign of terror over humanity. The time of the dead is over.
No. No! No! No!
But Deimos, I thought you'd be happy. I've brought you back home where you belong. I must be confused. I thought that's what you wanted.
Humanity was mine to rule. They were mine to destroy.
Humanity will destroy itself in time. It doesn't need our help for that.
Sister, you've made a grave mistake.
Taylor, what are you doing here? How are you here?
It's an illusion I've created for you. A companion to help you. Follow him.
Where is he taking me?
To Deimos' hearts. To destroy him, you must first destroy his hearts.
Deimos? Dolos? Taylor? Is anyone there? Dolos. I recognize these buildings. Why does this place look so strange, yet so familiar?
Malum is a realm beyond conceptual space and time. It manifests as a reflection of the individual. This is your Malum. Follow Taylor. He'll take you to the heart.